Hausa Northerners attacked in Høøđłumś by Amotekun and Høøđłumś, Channels TV News. At least 10 people have been killed, 70 sustained gunshot injuries, and over 30 Northerners declared missing in a deadly attack on Sasa market traders in Akinyele local government area of Oyo State. We gathered over 6,000 Northerners, mostly Hausas, are currently taking refuge at the residence of Sakin Sasa, Haruna Mayasin. I have over 6,000 displaced people packed in my house. Many people have been killed while others injured, Mr. Mayasin told us. Witnesses said the crisis erupted on Thursday when a porter carrying a basket of tomato inadvertently nudged a Yoruba woman. The woman allegedly retaliated and organized a group of Yoruba thugs to avenge. We gathered that after the fight, one of the thugs died in the hospital. When the news of the death circulated, the Yoruba youth allegedly gathered and started attacking the northern traders. In an interview with Channels TV, the chairman of Sasa Market Traders, Usman Yako, said they informed the police immediately after the report of the death, but the police did not promptly respond to their call until the situation went out of control. We called the police to inform them about the issue and possible breakdown of law and order, but they did not take action immediately until the situation deteriorated, he said. According to Mr. Yako, the operatives of the regional security outfit Amotekun came. They started shooting at northern traders instead of protecting them from the attack. When Amotekun came, they started shooting at the northerners. Høøđłumś started setting houses ablaze and shooting and burning Hausa traders' shops. It is apparent that it was a targeted attack on the Hausas and other northerners. The attack also spread to the Lagos-Ojo Expressway, which is not far from the market. Trailers belonging to northerners were looted, burnt down, and the drivers were slaughtered. We were invited to the government house yesterday, which is Friday, and 2 of us were delegated. Nothing was actually done to avert the crisis and safeguard our lives. We have so far counted 10 bodies in the hospital, over 70 bodies sustained gunshot injuries, 30 people, including my own brother, are missing, he added. On Saturday, the governor, Seyi Makinde, imposed a curfew on the area and shut the market indefinitely. A statement by Taiwo Adisa, the spokesman for Governor Seyi Makinde, indicated that the governor gave the order to forestall breakdown of law and order in the state. The curfew is to run from 6 p.m. to 7 a.m. The statement warned residents of the affected area to go about their legitimate businesses peacefully, stating that anyone caught perpetrating violence will face the wrath of the law. Wow. Honestly, this is so divisive. It is very unfortunate that this is happening, but it is very distracting. I understand. I feel like there's literally, it's not even I feel a reason. The fact is, there is no point looking at who caused what and what caused what. The fact is that now the government really needs to step in, because again, allegedly, you could say that the government is using tactics like this to brew division so that they can absolve themselves from the actual responsibility and accountability that the fact that also responsibility for the fact that they actually ordered the massacre, and also giving justification and giving like compensation to the actual victims of the Lekki Tollgate massacre. But again, there's so many rumors on how it actually started. Apparently, how the Hausa man slapped a pregnant woman. The pregnant woman did not, apparently fell on the floor, and then another Yoruba man came to intervene for her, and then apparently the Hausa person used a charm and now the person slumped. But then there are other stories like here saying that the pregnant woman actually retaliated. It's just so much, and apparently the pregnant woman hired thugs to go attack this. There's so many stories, we don't know what to believe because everything is alleged. But the fact is, we cannot keep arguing on who is right or who is wrong. The fact is, we need to see the bigger picture. And yes, it is absolutely wrong that innocent Fulanis and Hausas are actually being killed, because again, the generalization, the tribalism just makes it as if ground judgment is just all on, descendants of, or just not even descendants, but just Hausa people, Muslims, Fulani, everything is just so jumped together that we're actually missing the whole point. We're missing the whole point of the protest. We're missing the whew. It is very exhausting to keep hearing this kind of news, but we have to rise above it and actually look at the bigger picture here, where we can't fight amongst ourselves, because that's what the government wants. The government, because these things will keep happening, the government will start blaming the people, looking for who to blame. Like, for example, it's just so much. Someone says there's plenty Southerners and Yoruba ethnics in the north. I promise you, the revenge must be taken. You see, this is the thing. The sentiments are involved, and again, it's absolutely fine to feel betrayed. It's absolutely fine to be upset, but there's gonna be if we don't take things lightly, lightly, we've gone past that point. It could break into a civil war because everybody is angry, and we can't let the government win. I know it is hard. I know that we just got to be realistic here. Do you want one Nigeria, or you want to disintegrate? Honestly, both options are not bad, because we all, might not be together. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a bad thing, or there's going to be a loss of relationship between the actual tribes. The fact just remains that we've got to be realistic. If the majority, if everyone is like, the public is like, nope, we don't want one Nigeria, let's just disintegrate. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. Because we have a right to do that. Well, the right, as if we actually apply the law. But still, but then if we're going to be honest and be like, fine, we want one Nigeria, this divisive revenge, can't continue. But that is highly, highly unlikely. And if this is going on now, amidst, selfish interests for 2023, imagine what 2023 will actually be like. If we even get there. Things are getting worse by the hour, and we can't keep turning on each other. But then there's so many different perspectives to this, because for example, if you look at, with Biafra, their security network is working absolutely fine for them. They have been able to reduce the number of cases drastically of Fulani, crimes that has been taken against the actual indigenes of Biafra. And so, of course, they're in the upper hand. They have the stronger position to actually talk and give advice, because they honestly cannot relate. And if you actually look at things from the side point of history, it is ironic and hypocritical, because it sort of proves what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been saying about the betrayal, because the Yorubas and the Fulanis that actually were together against the Igbos, now they're fighting each other. So then again, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been saying that this country has no hope of ever being together, he was making sense. And again, if you understand why was the country made? The country was not made for unity. The country was not made looking at the long term, seeing if there's any benefit to the human. There was no benefit. Nigeria was solely a trade deal. The southern part of Nigeria was economically booming, and so with the self-interest of the British, and of course their indirect rule through let me repeat that, their indirect rule through the Fulanis, they wanted to join it together, because of course the southern part of Nigeria was economically booming even more than the northern part. So they had to join them together for their selfish interests. And of course, this is where it's taking us to. And again, if you look back in the mistakes of, what our forefathers did, the fact is, in a bid or in the desperation to get independence, we sort of rushed into just, getting into indirect rule. That was basically it. We literally rushed to be independent, however, under indirect rule from the British. It's also complicated, but again, the simple answer is that from Nigeria's birth, its inception, it was never meant for us. It was never meant to last long, and honestly, we should not be surprised, because we are very, we're too different. That is what it is. Put what I think about it in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.